Warships have changed a lot over the years, from being small maneuverable vessels to being floating cities that can stay at sea for months at a time. But why are modern warships designed this way? Well, it all has to do with the growing complexity of modern warfare. In the past, battles between ships were fought using cannons. The goal was to get close enough to an enemy ship to fire your cannons and sink their ship before they could do the same to you. But as technology advanced, so did the weaponry used by ships. And eventually, guns big enough to sink another ship were mounted on land. This meant that naval battles were fought further and further away from each other. The ships would take turns firing their guns and then retreating out of range before the enemy could return fire. This type of warfare required ships that were fast and maneuverable, like the frigates and destroyers of the early 1800s. But as the 19th century progressed, so did the size and power of the guns. Battleships became the dominant warship and were designed for one purpose: to get up close and personal with the enemy and blow them out of the water. This type of warfare required large, powerful ships that could withstand heavy fire from the enemy. But as the 20th century began, a new type of warfare emerged. Warships were now fighting in groups or fleets. This meant that a single ship could no longer do everything. Different ships were given different jobs. Some were responsible for protecting the fleet from air attacks, while others were in charge of defending against submarines. This type of warfare required ships that were fast and maneuverable once again, but also had enough firepower to defend themselves and protect the other ships in the fleet. Enter the modern warship, a floating city that can stay at sea for months at a time. These ships are huge, displacing thousands of tons of water. They're powered by nuclear reactors that produce enough electricity to run a small city. They carry enough fuel to keep them running for years and have enough space to house thousands of sailors. These ships are designed to be self-sufficient, many of them having their own desalination plants to turn seawater into drinking water. They also have facilities for cooking, laundry, and even medical care. Some even have basketball courts and other recreational facilities for the sailors to use. All of this is necessary because modern warships are designed to stay at sea for months at a time without refueling or resupplying. They're constantly on patrol, looking for trouble. And when they find it, they're able to engage the enemy without having to worry about running low on supplies. These ships are the reason why the United States and other countries are able to maintain a strong naval presence around the world. They're a constant reminder of the country's power and a warning to any potential enemies. Now you know. Hit the like button for more fun facts about warships in the sea.